What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
Run it up for up. That bitch gon' not know when it's up. Run that shit, we at all the show. Say that shit for your camera.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
What it do? It is your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. So just recently, the multi-talented comedian Desi Banks did an interview with Shay Shay on Club Shay Shay. Throughout this interview, Desi said a couple of things that ruffled a couple of people's feathers. There was one thing in particular that stood out to me when he had a conversation with Shay Shay, stating that in the beginning of his career, his current girlfriend did not support his dreams. Now, I'm here today to share that clip with you and also give my thoughts and opinions. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, all right? So I ain't gonna hold you, I never do. If you fuck with me like I fuck with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Let go.
Yeah, that's when I was first, in my beginning stages, really chasing my dream of comedy. At the time, I felt like she didn't believe in my dream and my goals. I used to want her to support me so much. I thought there was gonna be a woman I was gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, where I was working, I gave to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, shoot my video.
Right.
But I felt like at the time, the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
It wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, I can't do this no more, so you might have to, go do something else. So it sent me to my grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying with my grandma for a little minute. And at that moment.
But that happened at late at night, where that was like.
Yeah, like.
So she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning?
Yeah, and crazy, like I cried, I was crying already. Like, when you chasing something, man, you trying to make this shit work. And man, I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. Like, I was trying to talk to her. She was like, boy, if you don't go to sleep. I was like, what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, okay. And that made me cry even harder. So I just walked in the living room and I was just like, damn, shit, like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So what y'all think about it? So this here video has been surfacing all around YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. And I'm just trying to wrap my head around how Desi does not understand what his partner at the time was going through. I mean, let's be real, right? You got a dream. You want to be a social media influencer, a comedian, whatever the case may be. You have a dream. That's your dream. You also have a family that you either need to 100% provide for or 50% provide for. And if y'all have that type of agreement, 20%, 5%, 10%, if you're not pulling in your weight and helping with your share, what do you expect your partner to do? Every household is not 100% on the man. Every household is not 50-50. There is some households where the man can provide 20% and the woman can provide 80%. Or if it's a homosexual relationship, one party handles 80% of everything financially and the other party handles 20%. Whatever your arrangement is, that's your business, that's your house. But apparently in Desi's situation, his girlfriend at the time was not in any position to be taking care of things 100%. And so listening to this clip, I'm not completely understanding when he says, she told me to go get a job, but then you just said you had a job. You gave her the funds and all you wanted was a haircut and phone bill paid. So which one is it? Did you have a job? Did you not have a job? Did you have a job one day and didn't have one the next day and didn't have one and didn't have one? Were you in and out of jobs? Like, don't partially put the shit out there saying different shit. Now, if you were working for a job and it wasn't paying what you needed it to be paying to come with your portion of the share, then that's what should have been said. But in one breath, she said, go get a job. And in that same breath, he said he had a job and was giving her all the funds. All he wanted was a haircut and phone bill paid. But even then, what were the bills looking like? How much were the bills month to month? How much of your check after you get your probably $60 haircuts, because we know haircuts ain't cheap, and Desi hair be looking pretty nice, okay? So after you get your stuff shaved up and lined up and all that, after you get your $60 haircut, now I'm gonna say minimum $60. And then you pay, I'll say maybe a minimum $100 phone bill, maybe. After you pay that, and then you give her the rest, how much are you even getting paid on the job? Is it a minimum wage paying job? And let's just say Desi meant that she said you need to go out and get a better job. Let's just say that's what he meant, right? Hypothetically speaking. What's wrong with that? You got a woman that's taking care of all the bills financially. She's going to work. She's more than likely cooking for you. There's a baby involved, taking care of the baby. Not to say Desi isn't doing anything. You know, obviously the comedian content is like kind of coming first. That's what he's focused on because that's his dream. But you can't say that the girl didn't support you when she was doing all of these things while you created content. Content creation is not easy. The job that we do as content creators is not easy. I don't care if you're a vlogger. I don't care if you're a reactor. I don't care if you are a T-channel. I don't care if you are a chef and you record that content for marketing purposes. If you're creating content in any kind of way, I don't care if you are streaming while you do a DJ set. I don't care if you're streaming while you're playing a video game. The shit ain't easy. It's not easy. So I'm not trying to say Desi was kicking back, not doing nothing, being a no life. I'm not saying that. However, if your content creation is not bringing in enough funds to take care of your portion, whether that's 5%, 10%, 50%, 80%, if the content creation is not bringing in enough funds, then you have to go to work, love. You have to work a traditional job unless you know another type of skill that will assist you in getting legal money, making legal money. Like if you know how to make t-shirts, if you know how to cut hair, if you know how to change oil, if you know how to detail cars, you know, it don't have to be a traditional job, but you got to figure out a way to hustle and make that money, because at the end of the day, you can't tell your rent office, oh, you know, he made 80 skits this month, but he only made $6, so we can't pay the rent. So I want to know, how is all the hard work that she put in to make sure that the house is taken care of, how is that not supporting Desi? How is that not a support? Because she tells you to go out and get a job and help her. She's probably overworked and underpaid. She's probably doing overtime to make sure the bills is where they supposed to be at. You're probably working a job because he didn't disclose. So all I'm left to do is assume, right? You're going to put it out there and not put it all the way out there. He's probably, he probably making $15 an hour part-time because he has to focus on his skits. He got to focus on his dream. So then you come with this half-ass check that you done already took $160 out of for a haircut and a phone bill. Make it make sense. Somebody with a difference of opinion, please, in the comment section, make it make sense. That is support. If you don't understand how that is support, something is wrong. That is support. I don't care if the person is nagging you about getting a job or getting a better job, telling you that they need more money, because what you're bringing is not enough. It's just as simple as that. What you're bringing into the home is not enough. When you do content creation, sometimes you have to work a traditional job, work a job you don't want to work hours you don't want to work, do things you don't want to do, get that check every 2 weeks, maybe every week, depending on the job. And when you get off of that job, you come do the content creation. Once the content creation starts to bring in the funds that you need it to bring in, once it starts covering your portion of your responsibilities, then you can lay a little bit lower on your job. All right, I'm full-time. Let me drop the part-time. I'm going to keep the job. Is there a way I can drop to part-time though? Because your content creation is doing what you needed to do at this point. You don't necessarily need the job, but just for security, you want to make sure for a couple of months, the content creation is doing what it's supposed to do. Once you see you are secure after a couple of months, then you can let that job go and you can solely focus on your content creation because it's bringing in the money, and now you have more time to make more content. But in the beginning, you gotta be tired, baby. If that's your dream, you have to go for it. You have to use your 9 to 5 to fund. You have to use your 9 to 5 to support. You have to use your 9 to 5 or traditional job to get you to the next level in content creation. You have to. So I don't think that is selfish for a woman to ask her man to get a better job, a better paying job, to help support the house. That's not supporting you. That's not being unsupportive. Where's her support? Let's talk about that. Where's her support? Hypothetically speaking, overall bills and rent is $3,000 a month and you bringing in $800. That's just hypothetical because he didn't go into detail. So what is it left for? For us to assume. You come give a little bitty bits, it's left for us to assume. And I feel like in the interview, he's playing like a victim role. And I love me some Desi Banks, okay? I have nothing against this man. I went to go see him when he came into town and was very much so excited. So when I heard him speak, in the way he spoke, in the way he said it, drew a red flag for me because it's like, how could you even fix your mouth to say she wasn't supporting you because she asked you to get a better job? It sounds a bit lazy to me. It does. Now, if Desi would have came on here and it was a whole nother scenario, if he would say, I would show her my skits and she'd say, you look dumb. You sound dumb. That ain't funny. You ain't funny. You ain't gonna make it. Now that would be insane. If you running your ideas down to her and she like, nah, that ain't a good one. Nah, you ain't gonna go far with that. Nah, you ain't gonna get no views on that. Nah, that's not a good stage name. Nah, that's not a good character to play. Now I'm with you 100% on that. But the woman asked you to help her financially. The woman said, hey baby, the bills is due. Your check ain't checking. And some years later, you come out and say she didn't support you. But the real question is, did you support her? And then you have a lot of men in the comments, a lot of men who don't even have dreams. Don't even look like you have a dream of doing nothing. Don't even look like you have a clue on what you want to do next, right? You have all the men in the comments and they like, yeah, you need y'all need to support y'all men, and that's what they get. Now look at Desi now. He a player now. He the man now. He on top now. Now she looking crazy. Now she looking dumb. I bet she wish she would have supported him then. I bet she did. Do men not see that his woman held it down? Did you hear him at any point say, she would take my money and go blow it and we got evicted? Or she wasn't even paying the bills. The little money I gave her, she wasn't even paying the bills with it. She was getting her nails done with that. You ain't hear him say that. What you heard him say was the woman got fed up and she said, I can do bad all by myself. If I am going to do it by myself, let me just do it by myself. You can leave. You want to talk to me late at night about all these things you've been brainstorming all day, which is all fine and dandy. But baby, who got to wake up in the morning and go to work? After a while, you do get a little tired. You do get a little drained. You want to sit up all night. You want me to go to work, pay all the bills, cook the food, take care of the household, and then you want me to stay up late with you and plan your content for the day. And I'm stressed about how we gonna pay this rent on the first. Desi asking for a lot if you ask me. Desi is asking for a whole lot. And it's like, realistically speaking, who wants to go to work all day, 5, maybe 6 days a week, work their shift, know that they probably not gonna have no extra money when the check come out, know that they're probably not gonna be able to do self-care and maintenance when their check come out because they have to support the house, right? Who wants to go to work 5, 6 days a week and come home to their partner creating content that's not creating money? Let's just be real. Let's be real. I understand you got dreams. I understand you trying to chase your dreams right now. But if your partner is not in a position to take care of you 100%, you're going to have to push your weight and chase your dreams. You can't just do one. You can't. So everybody that feels sorry, in the situation, feels sorry for Desi, I feel like you guys should probably feel sorry for that girlfriend, because Desi has made it. Desi's on top. Desi's doing his motherfucking big one. I can't take it away from him. Desi is doing his big one. Okay, Desi got that cheddar now. Okay, but I feel like when people get in position and all they ducks is in a row, they got motion going, they making that shmoney, they stacking it, they investing it, they flipping their money, they not recklessly using their money. They doing what they got to do to get on top and stay on top, right? I feel like instead of taking the opportunity and thanking the people that supported them, they run and play victim. Oh, no, nobody believed in me. I got it all by myself. And nobody believed in me. And nobody helped me. And nobody support me. And sometimes that is the case. In this case, I feel like Desi should have took the opportunity to say, you know, in a particular time in my life, I could have done more. I could have helped out better financially. I just didn't know how. I thought in order to chase my dreams, I had to just focus on my dreams. And I didn't see that while I was asking for all the support, I wasn't even supporting those around me, making sure I was straight. I didn't notice that I had support from a woman I used to deal with. She handled everything financially. You know, I had a little job, paid a little bit of money. I would get my hair cut and my phone bill paid and give her the rest. But thinking back, as I matured, I noticed that that money wasn't enough. And I had selfish ways back then. You know, I was focused on my content. I didn't want to go to a traditional job. And she asked me to get better. I didn't want to get better jobs because I didn't know. But now that I see the way things go and the way life works, I really want to say thank you to her because she held it down. She held it down financially. Now, I just wish I had a greater mindset or had the mindset that I have today back then. That's all it took, and let it ride. Instead, no support in the same breath, taking care of all the bills, supporting me financially, keeping a roof over my head. Instead, she kicked me out in the middle of the night. I had to go to my grandma's house, and that made me cry. How many days did she cry? How many days did she stress about the bills or about the household or about the relationship? Relationship is failing. We not on the same level. We not doing the things we need to be doing as a unit. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Desi is yelling he didn't get any support, but from what I see, it looks like he didn't give any. He didn't give any support. Anybody with a difference of opinion, I want to read them down below in the comment section. If you like videos like this and you want to see more is to come. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, because right now, King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building.
Yeah, that's when I was first, in my beginning stages of, really chasing my dream of comedy. At the time, I felt like she didn't believe in my dream and my goals. I used to want her to support me so much. I thought there was going to be a woman I was going to be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got where I was working, I gave to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, shoot my video. Right. But I felt like at the time, the money, it wasn't coming fast enough. Right. It wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, I can't do this no more, so you might have to, go do something else. So it sent me to my grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying with my grandma for a little minute. And at that moment.
But that happened at late at night, that was like.
Yeah, like.
So she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning?
Yeah, and it's crazy, like I cried, I cried, I was crying already. Like, when you chasing something, man, you trying to make this shit work. And man, I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. Like, I was trying to talk to her. She was like, boy, if you don't go to sleep. I was like, what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, okay. And that made me cry even harder. So I just walked in the living room and I was just like, damn, shit, like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.